Hello, hello, hello. I'm John Kerezy, Associate Professor of Media and Journalism Studies at Cuyahoga Community College, and it's my pleasure to introduce my colleague, Professor Morgan.
Good morning. Thank you.
You want to tell people who you are and why we're here?
All right. And so today we're here to give you some information on studying for the MJS 2010 credit by exam. If you were a student in community journalism reporting for Civic Power, either in the fall 2023 cohort or the spring 2024 cohort, good news. Now you can test out for 4 credits. And since we made this announcement, it's taken us some time to get the study guide together and to get the exam together. But the good news is that it's finally prepared and ready to go. So today we want to talk to you about the study guide. We're going to be able to give you access to a Google Drive with study materials. The study materials will consist of an outline for you to help you navigate through the textbook, which John is going to show you shortly. And there are going to be PowerPoint slides. There are going to be handouts for you to take a look at, an AP style book for you to look at, and so much more. If you haven't yet prepared for, if you haven't yet registered to take the exam, you can do so by contacting Doreen Stark. If you don't have her email address, just send me an email at the Tri-C address that you've been using. All right. So
hang on a second, and we'll also put it at the end of the video.
We will put it at the end of the video. So the study guide. All right. Again, the test will be available for you at both the Eastern campus of Cuyahoga Community College and the Metro campus. You'll have to present your driver's license in order to gain access to the test, and you'll be asking for a makeup exam for the MJS 2010 course. All right?
Let me interject just for a couple of things. When you sit for this exam, understand that it's not going to be a quick process. We're anticipating it could be 3.5 to 4 hours. Also, on reserve at the libraries, the Metro Library and the Western Library, is this book called Inside Reporting. It's by Tim Harrer, who is a longtime journalist and then moved into college education. He teaches journalism workshops and consults from Oregon. It's a great book. It's the book that we use for MJS 2010, our Newswriting class. And keep in mind that if you were to actually take the class, you would have approximately 55 hours of what we call seat time, going to class and sitting and learning and mastering what's in news writing in the course. You would additionally have at least another 60 to 70 hours of outside class activities, reading this textbook, writing, doing news writing exercises. So the exam is a replacement of that. Instead of taking the class, you basically can compress that by what you've learned in the course that we're talking about for community journalism for Civic Power, or if you've taken other courses, such as the BEAT program at Brunswick High School, that might qualify for you. Also, we know that there are people in the community that maybe don't have taken classwork, but have decades of experience and backgrounds as writers. They would also be eligible to take this exam. So it's important to understand that although we're kind of designing it for the community journalism for Civic Power students, any of the students could sit for this exam as well. The big thing, one of my favorite sayings, is to PPPPPP. Proper practice and preparation promotes perfect performance. So invest some time into studying and preparing for the exam, and when you take the exam, you're going to do just fine on it.
I do want to say this. It may seem to be daunting to have to sit for a 3.5-hour exam, but it's definitely going to be worth it. It is a great way for you to build on your journalism skills.
This exam will be presented in 3 parts. One part is kind of like the nuts and bolts about news writing and what all is involved in that. So that's the beginning part of it. The second part is grammar, usage, punctuation, AP style, things every writer needs to know in order to do well. The third part is actual writing exercises. You'll be tasked with 2 writing activities. You're going to be given kind of like a study sheet, not a study sheet, but a situation sheet that's going to explain an accident or a crime or a council meeting or something along those lines. And you're going to write a news story as if you're the reporter covering that. So that's how the exam itself works.
All right, so the other thing that I want to make sure to let you know is that we're going to be here to support you. John, when is the test going to be available for participants?
It will be on reserve at the testing and tutoring centers at the Metro campus and the Western campus on Monday, July the 28th, 2024. And again, as Professor Charlotte said, when you come in to take the test, you tell them that you want the MJS 2010 makeup examination, because that's technically what we call it. And then the people in testing and tutoring will walk you through the process. Key thing, when you come, be sure to bring some type of writing device, a laptop or something with a keyboard, because the third part of the test requires you to write a story. And then it would be ideal if that device is somehow connected to one of the devices at Tri-C, so you could print out a hard copy. And the testing and tutoring people can help you with that, to identify a printer that can do that. But then you will leave that with the other parts of the exam. Parts 1 and parts 2 are actual physical paper that you write on.